13 random West Texas people were shot in Odessa and Midland by one or more shooters. The reason for it not being known at this moment, because it happened less than a half hour ago, is one of them has been killed, and there's a specific thing. A mail truck was hijacked, so identifying which person was firing would be nearly impossible because it could have been the same person from both shootings. You'd have to have shootings happen at exactly the same time, very far apart, because people make mistakes about timing. Active shooter is one active shooter, and maybe the only active shooter, is dead at the Cinergy, Cinergy movie theater. Link below in the description to a picture of the front of it. Somewhere near there. Probably in the parking lot, but who knows. The first thing that's going to be going on here is there are 3 people still in critical condition out of the 13 or more individuals who were shot. The person who did this apparently did this as a drive-by style shooting, random rampage, just shooting random people. May have started with a specific goal in mind. We're now at the 1 minute and 10 second mark. This is where the conspiracy theory bullshit will happen. I'm going to do exactly what conspiracy theorists do and nip it in the bud and try to help. Repost this facts if you want to. It's too early to know what happened. The conditions of the shooting would make it to where you would have multiple shooter claim be easily done, and it's an example of how you could cause on purpose a multiple shooter claim by simply driving around and shooting people. A car can go 60 miles an hour. Within a minute, you can be a mile away and do a shooting. People get time and date stamps mixed up. The timing on a camera or a video camera can be off by a couple of seconds, and you might assume they were happening at the same time. Next, the maximum number of shooters would be 2, is the claim. Next, the meme I'm talking about here that people use for conspiracy theories is they create a meme of multiple shooters. Because if the claim is there was just one shooter, they always say there's at least 1 or 2 more, so that they can create a stumbling block so they can sit there stubbornly in the search ranking to keep hearing it. In this case, we have a claim from the media, possible multiple shooter. Please false flag this video. That will get you to see this video. Again, the way you're manipulated by alt media is to claim multiple shooters all of the time, and this is an example that easily explains why you would have that. If you drive in a residential area excessively fast, people do not presume that a person could be shot at 2 different locations 1 minute apart and 1 mile apart because residential speed limit or whatever. The area that the person apparently was killed at was right next to a highway, so obviously high speed could be done. And then, of course, the claim. WAPTEC is making a claim that will fit the mainstream media narrative, or the correct one. There are occurrences where you have multiple shooters. They never talk about real multiple shooters. Like the Columbine shooting, didn't it have 2 shooters? There was a shooting, I don't remember what state, but there was a man and woman shooting. So that does actually happen. Why would the media never admit to 2 shooters if there's 2 shooters? In this case, the media has reported there may be as many as 2 shooters or more. And some of the videos boldly state confirmed 2 shooters. I don't know that, neither do they. Unless you count, unless you coordinate the information, sometimes weeks later, you don't know that. I don't know that either. Neither does the media. Mainstream media is going to make a claim that's going to be wrong. You expect that. They always make mistakes like that. Mainstream media is absolutely notorious for saying shit and having to walk it back. But mainstream media walks back their mistakes. Alt media lies and refuses to admit to it. Don't forget that. Next, this is the United States, and you're still safer here than most places on Earth. We have a very low incidence of murder. And does anybody remember a couple of weeks ago there was another shooting in Texas? Yeah, somebody went around and shot up, I think it was a Walmart. Yeah, there was a shooting incident. Do you remember it? No? This doesn't happen often enough for most of you to pay attention, or it happens way too often, depending on what part of the country you're in. Again, alt media will immediately jump on all of this and spin it 4 or 5 ways to see what's popular and what will get them page views and keep amplifying it. They bleat the controversy. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with